Donald Trump's cognitive decline is becoming impossible to ignore. And now something huge is happening on Capitol Hill because more and more members of the House and Senate are finally saying it out loud instead of dancing around it. For the longest time, politicians would hint at it, maybe joke about it, maybe whisper about it behind closed doors. But now, lawmakers are straight up saying they do not believe Trump is mentally fit to handle the job of President of the United States. And honestly, the wildest part is how casual these conversations have become. Members of Congress are now talking about the president falling asleep during major meetings, rambling late into the night on Truth Social, posting bizarre AI-generated nonsense at 3 a.m., and embarrassing the United States during high-stakes diplomacy trips like this is somehow normal presidential behavior. Congressman Pat Ryan flat out said Trump's cognitive decline is a huge factor right now, especially with Trump trying to negotiate with China while looking completely unhinged online. Ryan even said Americans should be worried Trump could literally be falling asleep during critical meetings while dealing with one of the biggest geopolitical rivals on Earth. Think about how insane that sounds for a second. We are talking about the President of the United States, and lawmakers are openly discussing whether he can stay awake long enough to handle negotiations. Congresswoman Maxine Dexter went even harder, saying she doesn't trust Trump to cognitively make a complete sentence, let alone negotiate with China, which she said is clearly running circles around him strategically. Then you had Representative Sarah McBride basically saying expectations for Trump are already rock bottom anyway, which honestly sums up where a lot of people are mentally right now. Even lawmakers who usually stay diplomatic are starting to sound alarmed. Congresswoman Becca Balint said she is 100% concerned about Trump's mental well-being and added that many Republicans privately feel the same way but are terrified to say it publicly because they know the political consequences inside the Republican Party would be brutal. And that right there is the key point. This is not about whether Republicans notice the behavior. Of course they notice it. Everybody notices it. The issue is that most Republican politicians feel trapped because speaking honestly about Trump can instantly destroy their careers. Congresswoman Yasamin Ansari also weighed in and basically described Trump as deeply unwell, pointing to the fact that the man spends hours in the middle of the night rage posting AI slop online instead of acting like a functioning world leader. She even mentioned how more people are openly discussing the 25th Amendment because concerns about Trump's fitness for office are becoming impossible to ignore. And look, whether people agree politically or not, this conversation has clearly shifted in a major way. It is no longer just critics online saying Trump seems off. Now elected officials in Washington are openly framing his cognitive issues as an active national security concern. They are talking about his confusion, exhaustion, impulsive behavior, and inability to handle pressure from leaders like Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin.